I'm literally in the room with the champ at midnight, downtown LA. I told the champ, I said, champ, man, you really ain't got to do this. He said, Fred, come on. Man, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah,
Man,
man.
I genuinely appreciate you, man. And you're the Prince of Peace now in boxing, man. You had some good times over there in Italy.
Yeah, I had some great times over there. It was a humbling experience to see the Coliseum, to get to meet the Pope. To have so many countrymen around, Rome, and just the just Italy in general. From the moment we landed until we got to our final destination. We were treated like a king. And it was great to go there and knock that off my bucket list. That was something that was on my bucket list, to go there to see the Coliseum. And it was a plus to see the Pope, and to find out how his interest in boxing, and just his passion for a lot of things and what he stands for. It was amazing feeling. So I'm looking forward to going over there again sometime soon.
Have you noticed your profile elevated when you went from going to the UK and now going to Italy? Have you noticed like the rise in your
I
profile?
mean, over each and every year is tremendously rising. People are coming believers. You got a lot of people that hasn't gotten into boxing since they could remember, whatever fight they want to call out, until they always say until I came along to make it exciting again, and it's a great feeling, it's an amazing feeling just to be where I am and where I came from, when they talk about starting from the bottom, I'm a true witness and have a true testimony of starting from the bottom, literally. In boxing and working my way up, even after the Olympics, just still had to grind hard to get to where I am. So, it's just amazing, man.
What was that bottom? I want a visual. Like, what is that bottom?
Well, that bottom, at the Olympics, you feel, especially with the Olympics, I could say, because you feel that after that process and that step is over, big things is in the horizons for you, and here's your big opportunity to present yourself to the world. In my case, it wasn't like that. After my Olympics, I went straight back to club shows. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know what club shows is. It's like nightclubs and places that got stripper poles in the locker room and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, and in boxing, man, you meet so many people. You know what I'm saying? So many different people around the world, all walks of life in boxing. And you go to so many different environments, so many different places. It's a crazy world, boxing. But, I had to start from humble beginnings, and I think that what makes me who I am now and where I am, to understand my position, my place, as I sit on the throne. I've been through a lot. This ain't nothing that somebody put money behind me or bought everything for me or put me in position. I grind. I had to sacrifice. I really had to work my butt off to get to this point in this place. Many people can say, "Well, I did this and you did that." Yeah, you had funds behind you too. You had a resource behind you too. You had people to bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? I had to work for every bit of it, and then to be blessed with the ability that I have to knock a motherfucker head off. I mean, that makes it even harder because you can't get people to fight you. You have people call your name, but do they really? You know what I'm saying? Until it's time, because every dog has its day, and that's why I say you better be careful what you ask for. You shall receive.
When did it turn for you? What moment did you say Deontay Wilder has arrived? What fight was it? What knockout was it? Did you say?
I think,
now the money's behind me now.
to be honest, I took the belt from Str8, and I think the rematch, when I made that go viral, I think the rematch was when you just really. I mean, I had followers, I had fans coming along, during that time. But I think with all the saga, everything that was going on with me after that Str8 joint, and then everything else just started Cause for him to be talking like that and how I handled him in the ring and how his body bent over and I was doing like when that went viral, a lot of other things started coming along the way. So I think from that point it just really started just getting serious and blowing up, and to this point now where I've had to speak it, believe, receive it, Fred. And I'm still now. I when I talk to people and tell them, I try to give them things that could benefit their lives. That can benefit them tomorrow or the next day after. You know what I'm saying? To make them turn something positive into something negative. I mean, something negative into something positive. To uplift their spirit, to speak certain things into the universe and just let it manifest for yourself.
Why is that so important? You got a lot of money.
Because it's the secrets of life.
You got all the kids, beautiful best friends, traveling the world. Why have a guy like me come up in your hotel room 12 o'clock at night? Why shake everybody's hand fight week? Why?
I mean, that's just part of me. That just, what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say Southern hospitality, although I have that, but that still don't, allow me to do certain things with certain people. You know what I'm saying? For one, my energy has to be willing and be in the right place for me to allow someone else into the energy to come in and share it with mine. You know what I mean? But the thing about it with me, like I'm a people's person, and when I feel certain things, and like I said, I go off with energy. If I feel it's right, I'm like, hey, why not? So let's make it happen. At the end of the day, although this may be a hobby to you, but it still generates some money. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps things going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I was, cool with anyone else, and I feel like the end, like, man, why not? I'm not one of those people that sit back and like, oh, I'm this certain type of person. I don't want to do this. Although I got a lot of shit.
I don't know. You know how to understand how rare this is.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot.
Game a decade. This is rare.
Yeah, I know.
This is
I got
rare.
a lot of shit going on. Trust me.
You
know what I'm saying? But it just feels right. When things feels right for me, I just go with it because most of the time I don't really have a lot of free time, and when I do have free time, what I'm saying, I like to use it wisely. And if that's, helping someone out, being on this or talk about this or that, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's give it to the people. They hungry for it anyway. They're starving to see the champ face, I know I've been out for a while, sometimes I get into my place, and when I'm in that place, like I don't want to be bothered, you know what I'm saying? I don't show my face. I might not be on social media. I'm the type of person I can get off social media for months and months and months at a time. Like social media don't run my life. You know what I'm saying? I can live without it. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of other things in this lifetime that we live that some people can't live, I can live without. You know what I'm saying? And I just I'm in such a happy place in my life. I wish a lot of men could feel it. I wish a lot of women could feel it. You know what I'm saying? That joy and that pleasure.
We feel it.
And that peace. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to be where I am. A lot of people understand. A lot of shit don't bother me as easily as it would have years ago when you're still going through trials and tribulations and heartache and suffering. You know what I'm saying? And you just trying to get yourself out that situation, yet alone what somebody else talking about. But I've overcame that. Not saying that the battle is over, because there's always going to be another battle to go into. But as long as I win the war, and I'm still in the battles.
Speaking of a battle, speaking of a war, World War II, February 22nd, you get to see Tyson Fury. Have you seen him since the last fight?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen him since the last
Are
thing.
you excited?
I'm excited about the fight. February 22nd. I'm calling it unfinished business.
Sure.
And I'm looking forward to stepping back in the ring February 22nd. And finishing what I started. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be excited when that time comes. I'm excited for it all. Everything that's going on with it, because I'm involved. This is about me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. So when you're headlining something pay-per-view and the world knows about it, I mean the world. Like, it's crazy right now. It's a happy moment and feeling in time for you. And then when your children is aware, from the youngest to the oldest, is aware of what's going on and stuff like that, it's very important that you do all the right things and enjoy this moment in time, because I know I'm only getting older. I'm a young 34. I feel amazing, and I got many years.
You got no miles on the odometer
at all, bro.
You've only been hit one time. I mean, I'm being facetious, but less than 10, 15 times where people can say, "Oh, Deontay Wilder got hit."
Right, for real. I'm still got all my marbles intact. As fighters, I always say we're all crazy. You know what I mean? In life in general, as human beings, we all have something. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy this sport. I enjoy putting my life on the line each and every time. It's just that suspense of getting in that ring, not knowing what's gonna happen. You have a game plan. You know what I'm saying? And you believe in yourself. But sometimes, sometimes it don't always pan out like you planned it. You know what I'm saying? And things happen. But, I try to prepare myself the best way I can possible, using my mind mostly in all of it. The belief, like I said, speaking the belief, receiving those true words that I live by every day, because it's real. It's something that occurs in my life. It's something that many things that I've encountered is behind that, and I've had to understand along the way that the key to it all is patience and time. Because at the moment in time when we ask for things, even when we pray, we expecting it right now. Which you need to, when you speak it in the presence of now. That's how you speak, so you can allow it to manifest, and then you have to wait. But but as human, we demand, I need it right now, not knowing that you may think you need it right now, but you're stronger than what you really think you are. Don't give up yet. Keep going till you can't no more, and then eventually you get out of that situation.
Amen.
And then we be like, damn, I remember in 2009, I was here, but now you had those testimonies, those tests, and then God throw you tests. That's why they call it testimony. So when you overcome that test, you got something to talk about. Yeah. Come on now.
It's funny because the thought came to my head because I've bet Floyd's last 20 fights. I've made some money, some cash, betting on Floyd. And I said, you've only been hit 10 or 15 times in your career. And then it hit me. The same thing say about Floyd Mayweather. He's only been hit 10 or 15 times. And yet they say, oh, Deontay Wilder he's not a boxer. He's not a thinker. Floyd is the quintessential fighter, this and that. And basically, you guys have the same record. You've been hit about the same amount of times. And yet, you knocking people out, and Floyd is carrying people to the 12th round. Right. Because obviously Floyd is so much better. He probably, if he wanted to, could probably step on the gas and stop a few more people than he have. But I find that such irony that y'all are line to line, with the exception of you're basically giving people what they want to see as knockouts.
Well, I think this is my job, as a heavyweight, to get the paying fans, the paying customers, what they want to see. And the heavyweight division is not built off of skill. It's just not. When people get dressed and come to see heavyweights, they want to see blood. They want to see sweat and some tears. You know what I'm saying? But most of all, it's the blood. They want to see a body on the canvas. They want to see a man, a.k.a. get knocked deep out, and that is a D-A. D. Is it duh? Fuck out. Is it duh? Fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? And I do that well. I do
very
that
well.
Very, very well.
Better than anyone in the history of the sport.
Man, it's amazing. I'm very talented, in what I do. And, I think I've hypnotized people so much with this right hand that they don't expect to see nothing else. They always talk about, oh, this is it, but I'm showing you it. I'm displaying it. You don't know what you're seeing. You don't know what you're looking at or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have all these skills, how the hell am I setting these guys up? How am I hitting the target?
Like I said, I was telling Chris, I couldn't watch the fight. I thought it was the 9th round and the 4th round. That's how wound up I was. And I stopped watching in the 3rd round because I'm like, and then I don't know, because I was changing seat because I was moving around and stuff. And I said, the 6th round, it hit me. And I was like, oh, I get it. but I was so wound up. And then when I saw you jab in the 7th round, you knocked him out, and I saw the replay, I'm like, y'all need to give this motherfucker 100% credit. Like, if that was a test, it's an A++.
Almost definitely.
Jab, 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 you know, manipulate his head and knock him out.
Yeah, for sure. Picking my angles, you know, certain, because I could have thrown the right hand twice before I threw it, you know, that time that I throwed it in, you know. It's certain, but I had to make sure that angle that I felt, you know, that it felt good to throw it in. I had to make sure, you know what I'm saying? And that third time around, I felt the same thing, but my body automatically reacted this time instead of just waiting back, because I calculated that information, that data, and set it in my head. So it become a muscle memory. Like, people don't understand the intellect that I have, how my brain works in the ring. You know, that's why they say styles make fights. Every fighter have a different style. And you have to accept that. Hey, you know, who are you to tell someone, if you do this or if you do that? You know, this is, you know, like I always tell people, if you think you can do better, get in there yourself, or you train someone and take them to the top. It's more credible that way. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, on the outside looking in, think, especially you ain't never been in this sport before. You don't know now, nothing is structured. Now you just, you know, see what you're looking at, or you know, and say, oh, jab this and do the jab that. But you just can't jab, throw the right hand, and all you gotta do is go to the body. It ain't all you gotta do.
Yeah.
It ain't never all you gotta. It's never that simple said. It's never as simple as it's said. You know what I mean? All you gotta do, man, you gonna get your ass knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And but for me, I like to set these guys up. I like to build information off of them. You know, as they go, because they're gonna do the same. They're gonna make a mistake again. And with me, you can't make the same mistake twice. You're gonna get punished. Because I always say, you gotta be perfect for 12 rounds. I don't have to be perfect for 2 seconds. That's it.
That's scary.
it. And when you close your eyes, the next time you waking up, you got a white or black man in your face. Count.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's a scary feeling. And with Fury situation, he don't even know how he got on the ground nor got up because he was so concussed. That's a scary feeling. You know, many times I sat back at the house, you know, because I think about how I'm knocking these guys out and what type of damage that I'm applying to their life. Because your head is not meant to be hit in the first place. Doctor told me that a long time ago. He say the guys that get knocked out all the time, he said it's going to get worse for them. They're more vulnerable again knocking out. You know what I'm saying? Over and over, because this don't supposed to go like this.
Like
anyway, that hurt the fucking neck, just feeling that.
Brazil kissed his shoulder.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
That was insane.
Man, that knocked 10 years off of you. You don't even expect it, especially the one with the PEDs. Get in there you want to. I'm gonna really demolish you. Hey. And then what you did to your body is gonna affect you as well too.
Now this is a cross promotion, so some of your biggest critics are probably working the fight. But let's start with Andre Ward. He's come out and basically apologized to you. I don't know if did you see that?
Which one?
Andre Ward. He apologized for saying you didn't want the fight.
Talking the one where he said me and Fury didn't want it, but he really said I didn't want it. Yeah, I seen that. You know
Did you accept that apology?
No, you can't accept that. You know what I mean? I think he said something else about me, about how, you know, I'm the top man, you know, about my resume, you can't deny my resume and what I've been doing these last couple of fights and salute to all that and stuff like that. I didn't take that sincerely either. He didn't at me. You know what I'm saying? I feel if you want to be sincere, especially about all the things you say, if you want to be sincere, let that person know. At that person. Get that person attention, like, you know, even if he don't see it, he can go back and say, oh shit, he at me. He tried to get my attention to really see this. Just saying it on your page, that don't mean shit. That goes out the window. Let somebody tag you like somebody did. You would have never known that somebody tag you in some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I find it sincere. You know what I'm saying? That's just like coming up to me and I'm saying, you know, Fred, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to say what I said. I didn't mean to offend you. And you I'm looking at the TV, I'm looking away at the coffee pot over there, whatever, at the door trying to see who coming in, and I'm barely looking at you, then I'm looking over, you know what I'm saying? It's not sincere, but if I'm looking in your eyes, man to man. Bro, I'm sorry. And if I offended you, I'm sorry. You know, yeah, stuff like that. It's the same. You know, you read into certain things. You read into it. Some people may not feel it. Oh, you know, no, they gonna look past that. But it's a certain principle. And when he said the other thing about me and, you know, both of them, you know, what he said?
But both, I was wrong about both of them. They didn't want that smoke, basically.
Right, both of them, y'all were wrong by both didn't want it, but he directed it straight towards me. He didn't never say, he said, Wilder, he don't think I want it again. What do you mean? I put this man on the ground really 3 times. Really 3, but laid them out. But why wouldn't I not want it? I'm the one putting him. You ain't see me on the canvas. You know, next time I'll make sure I get an endorser to put on his feet. You know, we're gonna make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how a guy that pressured the whole fight, you know what I'm saying, all night long.
Never was hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Blocked a lot of the shots.
You did catch a lot of work.
A lot of them. And the only thing they giving him is taunting and sticking hands out. I'm glad we had the judges that we had. You know what I'm saying? We weren't going off of unofficial scorecards, whatever, which paint the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense. Even when you go back and look at that fight, you can tell I won the first 4 rounds easily. Easily. That's just, you know. And when you come into the fight, you got to beat the champ to be the champ. Now. You got to beat him. And he didn't beat me. He didn't convincingly beat me at all. The stuff they were doing, a lot of stuff, you know, all that touching out, you know, that's nothing. That's nothing. You winning over who? So the judges had it right. You just had that referee on your side. And that was the only thing. You know, but the past is the past. And that's why it's unfinished business. You know, and here we are. I tried to make that fight happen immediately after that.
Immediately after.
Who didn't want it? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? I tell you, don't test my gangster.
Don't test my.
I'm not the one. I'm just the wrong one. Don't test my gangster. I'm gonna prove you wrong. And the one that I have to prove it wrong, and the one that I have to show you to prove it wrong to you, he's gonna suffer it way worse than anyone. Because I'm coming in the mentality of unfinished business. This ain't no game for me. You know, the first one was all fun and games,
I don't think it's gonna be the
bro.
same person after this fight.
The first one was all fun and games. I was excited. I had a clear date for myself. People don't understand how hard it is when you trying to bring boxing back in America, especially the heavyweight division where it was dead for 10 years. No one know who was the heavyweight champion of the world. In America, it's tough here. It's not like having one nation, one union, one country. It's easy to feel your country, and when you one of one. But here in America, I'm one of many. It's diverse here. I still had your country people over here. You know what I'm saying? So you think they gonna go for it? They just live here. It's a difference. And people can't, you know, some people understand certain shit, but they just don't want to. They rather go the ignorant road. They rather travel down the ignorant road and say all this and this and allow that person to prove they're wrong. Which I'm doing over and over. Everybody got their limitations where they say, oh, they gonna get their motherfucking bag, they king's bag, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna come along. Well, he done prove, you know, then they start trying to get on board and all this and stuff like that when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You could have been a part of the caravan, man. The party bus. You know? You could have been a part of any of them. You know what I'm saying? It's you know.
Yeah, because speaking of party, I'm glad you said that. Timothy Bradley. Now he didn't watch the fight the first time he said, and now he says the only man at PBC is Deontay Wilder. Everyone else is scared.
And these guys crazy, bro. And then that's why people want to come out and call them coons and all that and stuff like that, because of what they try to do on these networks. I know you have the meetings and they looking for certain type of things, but like. I'm just a realist, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be real with it. And if that's your opinion, then I'm fine with it. Like, for me, I don't hold grudges with no one. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if someone pick I'm going to lose or win and they pick I'm going to lose, then that's just your opinion. I ain't gonna like, this motherfucker think I'm gonna lose. All right, word, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get mad at that shit because at the end of the day, it's just your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's just overgrowth over time because theoretically you will have a person that would get mad at a person that pick against them and stuff. Like, you doubting me or you, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't the point of just doubting, you just comparing style to style and you trying to use your mind as a virtual reality as the best way as you can and you saying play and you trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you can like both fighters. Like, I like you both. But I just think his style is gonna be a little bit better against yours at this moment. But then that when it comes, you have to prove wrong. A lot of fighters have proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I don't shy away from what I said. I continue to say what I said. Because I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion that then it's going to be up to you to prove me wrong. Now, if you didn't prove me wrong, then I was just right. We saw it. Life goes on. But I'm a fighter at the end of the day, and I love all the fighters. You know what I mean? I respect them because I understand this line of field. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it takes to do this. And I understand how I feel when I get inside that ring. What I'm trying to do. And if any of these fighters have the same mentality as me, feel the way I feel in the inside of my body when I step in that ring or what I'm trying to do to a man, they understand what I'm saying.
I get it.
It's understood. Because I don't play around for it. I don't have time.
No, I know that. And speaking of holding no grudges, there was a rumor that Big Baby Mill may be on your card, and I heard you talk about it with 78. I heard you. I listened to your interview with Ness, and we grow up thinking we protect our women at all costs, right? No matter what it is. And you said no grudges. I think your character comes in play about how you say, I'm not going to be crabs in a bug. He deserves to make money for his family. When he's repeatedly disrespected you, the family that you're building. I think that's admirable of you because this is your card. You can say, nigga,
easy.
you ain't getting shit. Nigga. Go fight at this little casino in Mississippi.
For real. Easy.
You know?
One phone call. That's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah. Let's be honest. One phone call is all it takes. You know, if this rumor is true. You know, we don't know if it's true or not. And maybe this, you know, because people listen to the interview. They listen, whatever I'm on, they're going to listen
Absolutely
to.
Right.
And maybe, you know, the people that I deal with or whatever, maybe, you know, it was rumors in the air. And maybe they needed this to hear this and say, oh, Deontay fine with it now. Because they know what the deal is. They know I don't like the guy, period. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it'd be like, so now they hear my opinion, like, you know, what he thought about it, you know. Oh, that was nice and kind, you know, man, I understand I'm a great guy. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? I'm so much more than what a lot of people expect me to be. You know, expectation, you know. I've always grew up with people expecting me to be a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? I already see in my future before I could even see it for myself. Telling me what I could and couldn't do and what I'm going to be doing. And you know what I'm going to be doing wasn't that good. A statistic, you know? That's why when I go back and see people that have said that, like I tell her, I'll never forget your name, I'll never forget your face. But when I see you now in the present, I smile because I know where I am now, and I see where you still are. And the key word is still where you're still at this point in time. The same place you was when you said I wasn't going to do this and that. It's a long time of slaving for somebody when I done came up. But it ain't no need in me saying, I told you, you stupid bitch. You know, I told you, dumb. Ain't no need of me releasing that negative energy. And I've learned over the years, like I tell people, my 30s has been some of the best years of my life.
I felt that way too.
Oh, my life. Man, I'm so happy in my 30s. I figure out a lot of things in my life, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about this. I mean, my guys talk about this all the time. We talk about so many different things in this world that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things like, cause all my crew, man, we different. We all different things differently. It's crazy. I got crazy group of guys in my family, but I love them. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of love in the group, and we always sometimes we think about it just out of this world type of shit. And just, you know what I'm saying?
That's God-like though, D. Like, cause you have it's right for you to do it. I'm talking about Big Wade Miller.
Correct.
It's
correct.
It's right for you to say.
Correct.
That's my fiance now, my future wife. We plan on having more. You said you want more kids.
Correct.
That's not ordinary.
For real, but you know, I speak about our people, and I'm strong about that. I love my race. I love my people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with saying it. When people say, "Man, I love my race. I love being a black man. I love it. I love the culture of us. It's an amazing culture. We've done so much in the world, although we've not gotten credit for it, and somebody else has stole our shit. It's okay. It's okay. Man, it's nothing like us. Like I just, you know, but you know, people know I love all people. But when it comes to mine, I love mine. Just like everybody else love theirs. And they can't say they don't. They can't say, well, you know, that they don't love theirs. We just loving ours like everyone else is loving theirs, and nothing wrong with that. And when people see us love each other, it's like it's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, you know, that don't supposed to occur or happen. Like we supposed to stay enemies with each other and shit like that, bro. And it don't supposed to be like that because together we're stronger, and divided we fall. Together, the more stronger we is, and we build this fist. But when we start falling off, having manipulation and lies and contradiction from others to believe that you may have a product and he have a product, but I don't believe you because you look like you sneaking, you a lie. But him, I'm gonna go to him because he look like he telling the truth. He may have a worse product than what you got, bro. Cause you come out, bro. This is the hottest thing on the street. I just got this and this. Where you get it from? You know what I'm saying? The same man can say, man, this is the hottest thing on the street or whatever. You ain't finna ask him where he get it. You ain't even finna doubt it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad like that. It's been programmed for us to think that way towards each other. So when I speak about certain things, Fred, when I say I have to lead by example, these is my examples I'm leading by. I can't put things out into the world and tell people, you should do this and you should do that. You shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. Or you should, you know, believe in this and believe in that, and things will manifest and happen in your life. See, whatever I say or whatever I've said to people, you know, they jot it down. I get people all the time hitting me up about what I've said and how it benefited them in their life, and they thank me so much. That's why I continue to go and to continue to go. You know, just the little hate that you see, I'm getting hugs and loves of positivity, bro, and it's so fucking strong, and it's only getting